As you can see, I'm not coming to you from a gym today. I'm somewhere much more relaxing. I'm out in nature. And did you know it's out here in nature and not in the gym where I'll make my biggest gains and have my best recovery? There are two main conditions that you need to be aware of, and you need to be able to recognize these conditions, and most importantly, you need to know what to do when these things happen to you. The two conditions that I'm talking about are known as overreaching and overtraining. One is brought on by stressors that affect you short term, that's overreaching, and the other is brought on by stressors that have lasting effects, meaning weeks or months. That's overtraining. That's the one I want to talk to you about in this video. Overtraining can lead to weeks or months of issues such as poor sleep habits, change in appetite, decrease in strength, muscle wasting, and an overall decline in performance. But did you know weightlifting isn't the only stress that leads to overtraining? Every stress you encounter in your daily life plays a role in your decline in performance. Many people use working out as their therapy, but this actually takes a toll on you physically and mentally, and over time you'll be feeling the effects of overtraining. Whether it's too much training volume, bad technique in your training, the daily influx of bad news that's flowing into your social media feed or on your TV screen, financial issues, problems at work or in your family, all of these can accumulate to catapult you into a state of overtraining. So if you've been under the impression that your physical output in a gym is the only factor that can lead to overtraining, you are incorrect about that. It's the accumulation of the stressors I've mentioned, plus many others not mentioned, that you must take into consideration if you are serious about your general fitness and fitness goals. I'm here to help you. This is what I do. So do me a favor. I want to hear from you. Share your thoughts on this in the comments below. I'm interested in knowing if this is something you deal with or have dealt with in the past. And if so, how did you manage it or how do you manage it? So what can you do when you feel you've hit a wall in your training? Your body is hurting all the time. You have more inflammation than normal. You're not focused in the gym. You're losing muscle instead of gaining. You're tired during the day and you can't sleep at night. Or your moods have drastically changed. Whew, that's a lot of things, ain't it? Well, first, take a step back and evaluate your personal situation. This is important. Remember, you can't rebuild the house when the house is still on fire. You've got to put the fire out first. The same goes here. Stop training long enough to analyze what's going on. Are you dealing with more stressors in your life than you were dealing with in the past? Is it possible you're simply training too much because you're in the gym 6 out of 7 days every week and you're lifting weights on all of those days and each gym session is lasting 1.5 to 2 hours? If so, this can be corrected by changing your routine. First, take a week off from all weightlifting activities. Then when you go back to the gym, do so with a new and improved schedule. Instead of 7 days a week of weight training, cut that back to 4 days of training. And of course, this will also depend on your age, but regardless, you need to cut back and give your body more healing and growing time. If all you ever do is inflict damage to your body, but never allow healing to the body, which includes the mind, you'll burn out, and that I can promise you. Adjust your schedule and perhaps consider doing a different workout that involves more active recovery sessions rather than every set being taken to failure. Then be sure you have somewhat of a clear mind because we all have things in our life that stress us out. If your issue is derived from more than overtraining with weights, you need to evaluate what it is and how you can manage that in your life. For example, if you're dealing with issues on the job or financial difficulties and you're using weight training as your escape, you most likely are applying way too many stressors to your mind and to your body, and this is leading you to overtraining. And overtraining will then cause a snowball effect in your other stressors because your body becomes beaten down mentally and physically over time. The way I manage these stressors in my life is through my faith. I have a strong faith in God, and I start every day off by reading my Bible and prayer time. This helps me a lot with the daily worries and the daily stressors that come with everyday life. You need to do the same thing and find something that gives you that escape. You must find things that help you manage stress in your life if you want to have longevity in your fitness journey. I walk in the mornings, which also helps to prepare me for my weight training sessions because weight training is serious business and we should always take it seriously. You should show up to train just as a professional athlete would show up, meaning you should show up focused and ready to accomplish the goals you've set for yourself. After all, this is your health and this is your life that we're talking about, so it's serious business. It's possible that some of you may need to take more than a week off from the gym. If this is the case, listen to your body and do what your body is requiring of you. That's very important. And remember, never feel guilty for taking time off from the gym. You'll find it's one of the best things you can do to take your fitness to a whole nother level. That's all I have for now. I hope this is some help to you. If this has helped you in any way, do me a favor and consider subscribing to my channel. And until I see you on the next video right here, go get fit.